The new social media app Clubhouse has seen the French Revolution happen in real internet time. If you had any doubt as to the proclivities of the radical left, of what they would want to accomplish, it was demonstrated in a story that I heard Bret Weinstein present on his Darkhorse podcast regarding the new app by invitation only called Clubhouse. And I'm going to let Bret explain it. It's about 3 minutes as to what took place, and I'm going to come back with a little bit of analysis.
There are two levels. There's a stage. Anybody on the stage can talk at any time that they want. People in the audience cannot talk. In general, people in the audience can click the button in the lower right-hand corner and ask to come on the stage, and the moderators have discretion over whether or not to bring them up. So that's the dynamic. What happened yesterday is that Michael Tracey, the journalist, started a room when the title was approximately, is Clubhouse too obsessed with wokeism or something like that. In any case, I went into this room quite late, I think. The discussion was well underway. Michael Tracey was, I believe, having difficulty moderating the room. A person came onto the stage to speak and challenged the fact that there were, by her accounting, no people of color with moderator privileges. Michael Tracey made her a moderator. I did not see that interaction, but that's what I've been told. And then a coup took place, and everybody in the room acknowledged by the end of this discussion that it was a coup. So the person who had been given moderator privileges first kicked Michael Tracey off the stage, then kicked all white people off the stage, and the conversation radically shifted. So it was a takeover. Now, what I saw took place was a clear demonstration of power. And in fact, the very first thing that took place in the immediate aftermath of this coup, I think I shortchanged the story just a little bit, was that a bunch of people on the stage, and it's very hard to tell when many people are trying to speak at once who is speaking. Mm-hmm. It is relatively easy to tell when one person is speaking at a time, and rooms differ as to whether or not people talk over each other or wait their turn. But in this case, many people appeared to raise their voice and try to prevent this ushering of people off the stage. They wanted a room in which there was room to disagree. All of those people were eliminated. So what you had was inside of, I don't know, maybe it was 30 seconds, you had a stage that was diverse become, at least at a racial level, become segregated. So segregation happened in this room almost instantly. And
frankly, more importantly, at an ideological level.
Exactly. That's the thing. Is not only was it racially segregated, but it was limited to those people who were apparently, and this became apparent over, the course of hours, were apparently willing to sign on to anything offered by anyone in the room, including completely preposterous ideas.
I mean, if John McWhorter or Coleman Hughes or Thomas Chatterton Williams or Chloe Valdary or, any number of other smart black people had shown up and said, I'd like to come up on the stage, I don't think they would have been welcome. By your account of what it sounds like was happening there.
Right. In fact, John McWhorter was misportrayed on the stage. He was portrayed as a conservative, not surprising. I was brought up, somebody noticed me in the audience, I was brought up basically to be cross-examined.
You mean brought up to the stage or
yes.
mentioned? Okay.
I was brought up to the stage and I was asked if I was a white supremacist.
What Bret described was a revolution that took over when well-meaning people give others that don't deserve it power. And you see how they wield it. These ideologically possessed people that demand acquiescence to their whims, that demand diversity, inclusion, equity along the lines that they see fit. And everything that you heard Bret just described, it is what is in store in our future. And it's akin to the French Revolution, where they just executed anybody who got in the way of their ultimate utopia that they wished to create. I'm not going to even mince words. This is what's going to happen. There is no moderation with the radical left. The radical right exists, but the radical left are the ones that are pushing forth this horrific agenda that everybody is kowtowing to and saying, because we want to be on the right side of racism, which is the way that they're framing the debate, we're just going to go along with it and nod our heads. You can have liberal people, you can be a liberal person and understand that in taking away somebody else's right to speak and taking away somebody else's right to exist by having an inquisition of Bret Weinstein, this liberal, progressive professor that he's already gone through this, asking whether or not he's a white supremacist after you recognize his name, as Bret described in the video. This is what is coming to all of us. And this is just an example, a shining example that I hope everybody will take note of and just say no to these idiots when they try to say, give me the power. I can decide. When you try to be nice to them. And Bret went on to say this, I didn't include this part in the video, that now well-meaning people that are going to have a good reason not to hand over the reins of power to such people. There are good reasons, and they're exemplified right here. It's not even questionable in my mind, and this is what happens as they continue to gain power, and they're fighting with every claw that they have, trying to grasp the power from your hands, from other people's, and trying to install this French Revolution utopia. And they, figuratively, in internet terms, put everybody there on the guillotine. And their severed heads were in the Clubhouse app, all dispossessed, unable to fight back. So the time just to say is no, we don't acquiesce to your demands and your wishes. This is just a prime example. So guys, all I ask, share this video with a friend. Let people see from what Bret describes, from what I'm describing, so that we collectively can stand up against this evil force that is coming and wants to dispossess us all. It is real, it's not imaginary, and it's taking shape, and we just happen to see a very distilled version of it on the Clubhouse app this afternoon. Peace and blessings. Please thumb up this video. Again, share it, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.